1856, the year when Alexander Parkes first patented the first version of plastic. This patent revolutionized the industrial society and launched human progress in a way no other patent did. No other invention like this one had an effect on society at such a large scale. It provided a cheap way of producing things that would have been more expensive otherwise, and also made it easier to manufacture common goods. My community, which is the LA County region, has been one of the more impacted areas with plastic. 12% of the 30 million ton waste is made up from plastic. However, plastic is also one of, if not the most diverse industry. Literally everything that you own has some form of plastic or was made using some form of plastic. Clothes, furniture, cups, the paint on your walls in the house, the plastic window frames and the blinds, bed sheets, and most importantly, technology. Now the question that needed to be answered is, are the benefits of plastic outweighing the negatives that come along with it? To answer this question, I went over to our recycling center and our local mall. When I went over to the local mall, I found that a lot of the tags inside of the clothes showed that it was either polyester or made out of other material that was originally sourced from plastics. And it wasn't just the clothes that I found out. Almost everything that was made out of fabric had some form of polyester inside of it. When I went outside of that specific store, I found that a lot of the decoration inside of the mall were also made out of plastic, and that the places like the arcade games mainly used plastic for their outer shell. Next, I went over to our recycling center where I was able to meet the owner and I was able to interview him.
My name is Frankie. I'm one of the owners of this recycle center. And what we do here, we buy plastic cans, bottles, glass, and pretty much everything. In a month, monthly usually is like maybe more than 10,000 pounds.
10,000 pounds.
10,000 pounds. Plastic bottles, plastic bottles, glass cans. And even in every 3 days, we fill one of those containers. It's like maybe 2,000 pounds every 2 days. Yeah, we buy a lot. A lot of people comes,
I was conflicted. Because on one hand, plastic is very harmful. It takes 20 to 1,000 years for plastic to fully biodegrade. That's a long time, and during all that time, all it does is harm our environment. Going to my local park made me fully realize that. But at the same time, everything has some correlation with plastic. So on my car ride home after going to the park to think, I made an answer. So the results. When I went over to the mall, it showed the amount of plastics that we use, but also the usefulness. We use a lot of plastics, but it's all useful, so what could possibly be the downside? Well, that takes us over to my visit to the recycling center. It generates a lot of waste. 42 million tons a year. That is the amount of plastic that is being produced by the US per year. And 4.2 million tons goes into our environment. So, what can we do? Right now, getting rid of plastic or stop using plastic completely is impossible. Why? Well, for two reasons. One, it's already so integrated in our lives. And two, it's too useful for us to give up. The light here, the camera, the stuff behind me from a shot before, the scene before, they were all plastic items, and most of them, if not all, already useful, so we can't get rid of them. So right now what we can do is stall for time, and there are two ways we can do that. One is to reuse single-use plastic items. The plastic bottle that you bought from Ralph's or from Walmart or from any other store, use that multiple times. Why? Because you'll be able to get more value out of a single-use container before it will eventually go into a recycling plant or into the environment. And the second thing, recycling. Even though there is a 10% deficit that the plastic that goes into recycling centers, 10% of that won't even get recycled and they will go into the environment anyways, the other 90% is still there. That means 90% of the plastic that you recycle is still getting recycled. So, I ask you to stall for time until technology can help us out of this mess.